Robin's wondering, how do I get started using Thrive themes? And are there specific integrations that work best? Email, cart, etc. With regards to how to get started with Thrive themes, I personally haven't used their products before, though they're pretty well established. So I'm sure that they have adequate documentation to help with that. So unfortunately, I can't really say more beyond that than to ask them. As far as integrations that work best with MemberMouse, from a payment service perspective, Stripe is by far the best payment service to use. It maximizes the things that MemberMouse can do with the payment service integration, such as one-click purchasing, automated overdue payment handling. So if a card gets declined, making sure the synchronization between MemberMouse and Stripe on the billing side gets taken care of and stuff like that. We use Stripe on MemberMouse.com. 90% plus of our customers use Stripe, so that's definitely the best one. As far as email, that's more of a preference thing because each email platform has different features. As far as an integration, we have pretty similar integrations with all email platforms. We're using Drip at MemberMouse. Drip and ActiveCampaign, I think, are probably the most ideal, just because I think they're kind of in the forefront of email automation and being able to engage with customers based on tags. So just based on feature set of the email service provider themselves, Drip and ActiveCampaign are probably what I would say. You'll notice that we don't have a native integration with Drip, but they have an integration with us. So when you go to emails integrations in MemberMouse plugin itself, you're not going to see Drip in there. But if you go to our support center and type in Drip, you'll see how you can download the zip file from Drip to integrate with them. So in follow up, you're saying, what about to get started with setup? User friendly. Are you talking about setup with MemberMouse? You can answer in the chat. Oh, integration with email. They're all the same. As far as MemberMouse side of things, it's all the same because you're going to go through the same steps on MemberMouse when you're integrating with email service provider. So really, as far as setup goes, which one's the most user-friendly is going to be based on their side of the house. Here tech is about 0.9. Is that 90% or 0.9 of 1%? But, I would say, okay, well, barely 1%. Well, I would say that the ones that I mentioned, Drip and ActiveCampaign, they're going to be as easy as you can get. See, the challenge is that nowadays, with the primary providers of any of these services, things get complex. Like there's a lot of functionality and a lot of power in these platforms. So there's always going to be a learning curve. But it's a job that we have and other software providers have, to try and give you the quickest path to getting started through video training, and try not to get you too deep in the weeds too soon, so that you can actually accomplish something before you dive into the deep levels of power that each of these platforms have. Yeah, Aweber, I'm not sure of the state of Aweber these days. I would, I've used Aweber, but only a few years ago. And I would say Drip is preferable to Aweber for sure, as far as the user interface and the experience. But I don't know what they've done in the last 3 years, if anything, to improve their service. So, you know, they could have done a lot in that time.